Monday morning, what are we doing?
Hanging out your house, checking out some gear and annoying your neighbors.
Right. That's exactly what we're doing.
Normal Monday.
It's a normal Monday. And today we are taking a look at the Ernie Ball Expression Tremolo. Now this is the third in this series. They have the Expression Delay, which we reviewed. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out. Really cool. They also have the Expression Overdrive, which I would love to get my hands and feet on, but I've yet to do that. And then this thing right here, which as you can see matches this valve train amp with its cool purple thing, so love that. This is a really cool pedal. It's something I've always wanted, like a tremolo with an Expression out anyway, and having it in one handy compartment really makes sense. Essentially, here's the details. You've got 5 different tremolo settings, and actually more accurately 4 tremolos and one kind of swirly bit there, which is kind of a univibe, sort of a somewhere between a univibe and a Leslie or whatever. But you can get kind of phasery sounds out of it, or all kinds of things. So 5 settings there. And then you have depth and rate and reverb, which is really cool. And when you engage these, you can then decide how much you want to start with and how much you want to have at the end as you hit the Expression. So say you only want reverb, and this is a really cool kind of vintagey sounding reverb. So if you take these both down, then you've got like a... So this is totally dry. When your heel is down, it's not engaged at all. But as you bring it down, so that alone is a cool feature. This could be a reverb Expression pedal on your board if you don't want to, when you want to take a break from the other tremolo or vibe. So that alone is cool. And it's a good traditional, this amp does not have any verb on it, that valve train. And this is a nice springy. So that alone is almost worth the price of admission.
I was going to say, I wonder if that was completely in the design from the get-go, or if that was like an afterthought to avoid the yeah buts, because people use tremolo and reverb so well together.
You know what? You're right. And I think that's why tremolo and reverb are my favorite effects, because as a kid, that's all there was. I mean, if you had a Fender amp or something like that, it usually had tremolo and reverb on it, and that's all the options I had as a child. So maybe it gets back to that. It's the one. Those are my 2 go-tos. I'm going to have an effect. So yeah, it's so cool that they're right here. But wait, there's way more than that. Let's just start over here with the tremolos, and perhaps a little bit in reverse. But you can set how much verb you want on it, and the verb turns up as you turn up your Expression. Now let's say we want to start with a real slow rate. And it gets crazy high. In fact, I'll set it all the way up so you can just see what it does. It's all the way up. Same thing with the depth. We'll go so it'll be extreme when we get to the end of it. And this one, can you see the little icon? You can see where it kind of is a slow ramp into it. The next one is a quick ramp into it. The next one is even. And the next is that kind of, jigsaw extreme, and then the Leslie on the end. So we'll start with this one. You can kind of see what it does. So when it's not engaged, just totally, not engaged. But bring down this pedal a little bit. And all the way up there, it gets into crazy, crazy sci-fi kind of sounds. So love that. But say that's a little bit too much for you. Let's go to the next setting. You can kind of hear the extreme on that. So the next setting is a quick ramp up, but I'm gonna have our rate a little less extreme, and I'll keep our depth where it is, and I'm gonna turn the verb up a little bit. So let's try this. Oh man, I think I like that one even better. I mean, what a perfect way to end every song. No way. Alright. Drum went off a little prematurely. So just to have that for the end of the song, if you're on a session and you end with a I guarantee the engineer is going to smile and yeah. Let's go to the even one next. Okay, here we go. And that's more of a traditional kind of thing. Now at full rate, when you bring that rate all the way up, it is really crazy. I mean, it's so fast at that point that you kind of lose even perspective of when it starts and finishes. Let me put on a Telecaster just so you can kind of do it.
I know that you're not maybe a particular fan, but that is a sound used quite often in the catalog of Primus.
Oh well.
And Larry Lalonde, he goes full throttle with his tremolo.
Oh, good. I did not know that about Primus. Yeah, not Primus. I'm sure you're great. I just never really had the opportunity to be exposed to you.
It's all right.
But
that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Let's see other details about this. Well, here's a cool bit. Probably my. They have this new PVC coated braided Kevlar cord, which dramatically improves strength, increases traction, and ensures consistent tension. Now, I've owned Ernie ball volume pedals forever, like since I was a kid. I mean, I literally I've probably got a pedal that is like 30 years old, maybe. And I've broken the string on it maybe 4 times. And I've only once successfully traded out the string myself. Usually I try to, and then I throw the pedal across the room a couple times and then give it to a friend who's better at that than me. Pay somebody to do it essentially. But this Kevlar, this coated braided Kevlar, Ernie Ball, as a big fan, I'm telling you, just put that on everything because the string has got to go. The string's a little vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So readers out there, if you know what I'm talking about, maybe put something in the comments to remind them to do that because this is a huge improvement. They had to put it all the way around. That's always been kind of the Achilles heel, and I get it. I mean, everything's made to be broken, but great to have something that is not going to break anytime soon. This could last forever.
I was to say longer than me.
Yeah, way longer than that, Chris. Yeah, way longer than you'll be around. Okay, let me turn this rate down a little bit and get into the next one. This is our more kind of choppy one. I'm going to keep our verb up there and turn the rate down considerably. And the depth down a bit, make it a little more subtle. great is that, right? I mean, for a traditional Fendery, tubey kind of tremolo and verb, and the fact that you can adjust it with your foot is huge. I wish you could do that on the real thing, but you can't, so it doesn't matter. This is the way you can. Very cool. And I do like, if you make this more extreme on the choppy thing, it's pretty fun too. Let's just try that. Bring the verb down a little bit. Really like a... That is a cool tone, right?
Yeah.
And the last one is this, this crazy thing we came in a bit, but I'm gonna try it a bit on a lap steel. I thought that was really a cool thing to do. Chris, while we're doing this little play out, what do we have coming up this week?
The rig rundown is the one you hosted with Mark Spear. I'll let you pronounce the name.
Oh, I can't. Yeah,
Karuban.
A very cool band.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is no
cool.
Disrespect to the fact that we can't say it. We're just kind of Neanderthal.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's a great band, and Mark did a great job. He walked us through all his tones and his guitar and amp.
Yeah, it was a very cool rig rundown, so check that out. What else? I don't know. Plenty of gear coming your way. I want to show a little bit about what this thing does. I love it. I love this thing with a lap steel because they're. Drum machine on way out.